So you beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to focus on the fact that Activision has recently banned 60,000 accounts on Call of Duty Warzone, and they've said they're going to employ a better anti-cheat system. And I'm going to speak about why I believe that's just simply not going to happen. Now, if you do enjoy the video at any portion, please don't forget to drop a like. And if you are new here, consider subscribing with the notification bell clicked so you get my Call of Duty videos as soon as they're published. Now, this move has obviously been forced by the community, but mainly because big heads who have massive followings, just like Vikkstar, have started to express their hatred for the game in its current shape and form. Now, this isn't new news at all in terms of Activision or Infinity Ward or Raven Software, who's now dealing with the game, stepping forward and saying they have no time for cheaters, it's zero tolerance. So what did the company previously do to launch combat against hackers and cheaters when the game was launched? They had weekly back-end security updates, improved in-game reporting mechanisms, added a two-factor authentication system which apparently invalidated over 180,000 suspect accounts. It eliminated numerous unauthorized third-party softwares, and as you guys know, subpoenas were thrown around to hacking websites and the basically was taken down. Now they are planning to add more stuff to make it a little more robust, which I don't think is going to work. But anyway, let's talk about it. Enhancement to our internal anti-cheat software, additional detection technology, adding new resources dedicated to monitoring and enforcing, regular communication updates on progress, more two-way dialogue, which is something these guys are really bad on, I may add. Zero tolerance for cheat providers, consistent and timely bans. So 60,000 people were banned this week, and over the period of time since the game has come out, 300,000 people have been permanently banned worldwide. Now, let me tell you why that is very misleading. If your account's permanently banned on Call of Duty Warzone, all you have to do is make a new account and go and play the game. It's a free-to-play game, and boom, you're back. I watched a streamer the other day question a guy who was a hacker, and this guy claimed that he was hacking to make the game worse, to inadvertently make the game better in the future, and he confessed that he had 30 accounts for Call of Duty Warzone. So every time you see pictures like this one thanking the community for 60 million players, just imagine how inflated those numbers are. Just like the 60,000 accounts that have been banned are inflated, in my personal opinion. Why do I believe that? Well, there have been plenty of people who have turned up to play their Call of Duty account, and I know people personally, come on the game, gone to play some Warzone, and been met with that message that they have been banned from the game because they've apparently been cheating. And it's because they employ this absolutely farcical system which will ban you if something seems a bit suspicious about your account. So if you're actually a very, very good player and you seem to do very well, there is a higher probability that you will actually incur a ban on your account. That's no way to deal with cheaters in your game, by guessing. You're literally playing Russian roulette with your players. Oh, that person's got a high KD, let's just ban them. And that can have severe repercussions if you're someone who does it for a living and then randomly you're banned when you're a legitimate player, and then you're getting called out by people because you're now apparently a hacker or a cheater. So I've done a bit of digging for all these promises we've had, and this has been a conversation for nearly as long as Warzone has been out. Going back in these guys' accounts on Twitter, Infinity Ward, we've now issued over 70,000 bans worldwide to protect Warzone from cheaters. We're continuing to deploy dedicated security updates, and work continues on improving in-game reporting. We'll share more details soon. We are watching. We have zero tolerance for cheaters. That was April the 13th, 2020. Then we've got another anti-cheat update on April the 22nd of what they're apparently doing. It's just the same thing we're getting promised right now. The only difference is report a player function to the kill cam and spectate modes, which we've got. hasn't made a difference, has it? If anything, the cheating situation has got worse. We had the blog on the Activision website. There's no place for cheaters in this game. Warzone has a zero tolerance for cheaters. And basically, it's trying to convince us that there's an actual anti-cheat system in play. But the only anti-cheat system they employed was the Spectate system, where we, the Call of Duty community, would actually be the anti-cheat system by reporting people. Not the greatest system in the world. Here, July 24th, 2020, we go on again about cheating will not be tolerated and more ban waves are coming. False threats, no real action taken, because that's evidently clear, because we're still in this situation to the point now where Activision has actually stepped forward and said something. I just don't care what they've got to say, because the reality is we are not going to get a proper anti-cheat system in Call of Duty anytime soon, if at all, because that's just the way this company works. We put out statistics and numbers to make it look like we've done a job, but in reality, you've done absolutely nothing. Now, there are plenty of other games out there that employ proper anti-cheat systems because they care about the community and they want their game to be played in the way that they have designed it to be played. People are always going to cheat, but it's really a kick in the face when you want to play a game and just know that it's plagued simply because the company behind it, Activision, just won't do what they should do. Spend some damn money, because you've got plenty of it, and do something properly about this anti-cheat stuff, instead of giving us these tweets and communications. Oh, we're going to have two-way dialogue. The dialogue's simple. A proper anti-cheat system needs to be employed, and we can talk about this for years to come, but until you get that message, there's no point telling us anything, because people are still going to take the pee out of your game until you actively do stuff like ban hardware, which you're simply not doing. If you are doing, it's nowhere near in the manner it should be done. Instead, you're banning people that shouldn't be getting banned because you've got some algorithm. And that's why I've had a lot of people in my comment section saying stuff like, oh, well, I don't see them. I turn crossplay off. It's a PC problem. It's not just a PC problem. It's simply one thing that may be happening here, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody. You just simply aren't good enough at the game to encounter cheaters, because cheaters are always going to have higher KDs, higher score per minutes, blah, 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 because they're cheating. They're getting 30 bombs each game because they're cheating. And with the proof that skill-based matchmaking is basically calculating where you're going to be placed in the game, what type of lobby you're going to be in, you're always going to play people of a similar skill set. So if you're a good player that doesn't hack, has a high KD, you are going to see more hackers as a byproduct of that naturally. But let me know down in the comment section, do you think they will ever resolve this problem, or do you think Warzone will eventually die out because of the lack of an anti-cheat system? Guys, the remedy button you could hit, but a like and subscribe button, I hope they took your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.